If you're a big baseball fan, you have to admit some of us slept on Jackson Merrill's insane talents at some point.
Coming in, Jackson Merrill. Mookie has gone the other way. He did!
What a throw here!
A two-run home run for Julian is gone! Jackson Merrill ties the score!
He had a crazy 2024 season, but opening day 2025 was the ultimate wake-up call for any doubters. Not only was he phenomenal in that opening game versus the Braves, but he owned the pitch like he's been there 1,000 times before. He showed up and showed out like every world-class talent does. And if you weren't paying attention to Merrill before, you definitely are now. He is that guy. And the scary part, he's got so many levels yet to unlock. He's not there yet, but one thing is clear, he's destined for the top. And if you don't see this superstar for who he is yet, you're in the right place. I'll paint you a big picture to see why he could be the face of MLB for years to come. First, let's rewind the clock a little. When the Padres selected Jackson Merrill as their 27th overall in the 2021 draft, scouts and some sections of fans had their doubts.
Shortstop from Severna Park High School in Severna Park, Maryland.
Critics questioned whether his skill set could translate to the big leagues, labeling him a good but not great prospect. Merrill heard it all: the skepticism, the questions about his ability to deliver under pressure, and the whispers about whether he had what it took to stand out in a league filled with incredible talents. But rather than crumble under this scrutiny, Merrill quietly sharpened his skills and patiently waited for his moment to prove everyone wrong. At just 20 years old, Merrill made the Padres' opening day roster and debuted on March 20th, 2024 in Seoul, South Korea, becoming the youngest Padre since Fernando Tatis Jr. to crack the lineup. From overlooked draft pick to starting center fielder in less than 3 years. 2024 wasn't just a good year for Merrill, it was a season for the record books. He didn't just meet expectations, he completely demolished them, delivering the kind of jaw-dropping performance that turned casual fans into true believers. Let's start with the numbers, because they speak louder than words ever could. By the end of 2024, Merrill had slashed an eye-popping .292 batting average, .326 on base percentage, .500 slugging line with 24 home runs, 90 RBIs, and an OPS of .826. And he wasn't just putting up good numbers for a rookie. He led all MLB rookies in batting average, slugging percentage, OPS, RBIs, and total bases. He was, without question, the best rookie hitter in baseball. He racked up 277 total bases and 6 triples, both team highs, and finished the year with a 5.3 WAR, making him not just the Padres' most valuable rookie, but arguably one of the most valuable shortstop turned center fielder in the entire league. At just 21 years old, Merrill was putting up numbers most veterans would be proud of. Game after game, Merrill was a spark plug in the Padres lineup. He delivered clutch hits, flipped the momentum, and consistently produced in high-leverage moments. And while some rookies hit a wall, Merrill kept climbing, earning the trust of his coaches and the respect of opposing pitchers. It wasn't just a breakout, it was a statement. Jackson Merrill had arrived, and he wasn't slowing down. But what truly separated Merrill from the pack were the records he shattered along the way. At just 21 years old, he became the youngest Padre ever to record 24 home runs and 90 RBIs in a single season. But the crazy part about his RBI numbers is that it's also a franchise record for any rookie, a record previously held by Benito Santiago at 83 RBIs. When Jackson broke this record, he did it in style. And if you thought that was all Merrill did in 2024, you're so wrong. He also set the record for most extra base hits by a Padres rookie, accumulating 31 doubles and 6 triples, among many others. It's so wild to think about that in just his first season slugging it out with the big boys, this guy broke long-held records by the likes of 3-time All-Star Nate Colbert and Benito. That's beyond impressive. Just think about it for a moment. A new kid around the block who is just waiting to pounce on any opportunity given to him ends up being mentioned alongside baseball royalty. Shows just how special he is. His ability to combine clutch hitting, power, and relentless consistency didn't just set new records, it set a new standard. All those analysts and experts who were once skeptical about the ceiling Jackson could reach found themselves scrambling, checking the record books, and asking themselves whether they got it all wrong and were witnessing the rise of the next iconic center fielder. When Merrill stepped onto the field for his very first MLB All-Star game in 2024, it felt like he'd been under baseball's brightest lights 100 times before. There wasn't a single hint of nervousness, just the easy confidence of a young star ready to prove he belonged among baseball's elite. Commentators were raving about the things the young buck would go on to achieve if he keeps unlocking new levels in his game. Do you get a sense of how confident he is in himself and his team? If he weren't looking so young, you'd think he'd been in the majors for at least half a decade. Speaking of commentators, MLB Network's Harold Reynolds believes the sky's the limit for Merrill. While it took him a minute to see just how incredible the shortstop turned center fielder could be, Harold is officially a fan. His teammates and coaches fell in love with Merrill the moment he got the call-up. Even though he was young, he had this insatiable hunger to win. Padres manager Mike Shildt highlighted the importance of veteran players like Tatis Jr. and Profar in mentoring Merrill, noting that their support was invaluable in his development.
We just felt like it was going to be every bit or close to the 10 days, right at that mark, and instead of playing, shorter, and also trying to, not that we would force, go ahead and get it done, and presents an opportunity for Gonzo.
Shildt remarked, "At this level, there are few people that can really relate. Having those people that can do that, pour into you that experience, it's really, really important."
When you're a Rookie of the Year finalist, as Jackson Merrill was for the Padres last year, the immediate expectation is the sophomore season is going to be better, you're going to build on it.
When you have the likes of Tatis Jr. and Profar as your mentors, there's no doubt you're special. Honestly, it's crazy that Merrill missed out on the Rookie of the Year award despite posting the best numbers amongst every other rookie, even more than the eventual winner, Paul Skeens. No shade towards Skeens because he had a great season too, but when you lead every single rookie in hits, RBIs, batting average, and slugging percentage, an NL Rookie of the Year should be the icing on the cake. While you could argue that Skeens deserved the recognition, there's no debating that Merrill deserved it just as much. This guy didn't just thrive in pressure moments, he lived for them. Time after time in 2024, Merrill stepped up exactly when his team needed him most, turning late innings into unforgettable highlights. I mean, do you remember his incredible 2-run home run versus the Dodgers in the postseason? That was an epic performance, a real highlight of the damage he could do. Merrill literally couldn't have hit it any better. It was a clean strike. You gotta just give him his flowers for how clutch he is, especially in crucial moments. You'd think he has a ton of experience with the way he turns it up easily. I'm sure Padres fans will never forget his walk-off home run against the Mets in August. In a tightly contested game, the Padres have found themselves tied 2-2 in the bottom of the ninth. With one out, Merrill stepped up to the plate to face Mets closer Edwin Diaz, known for his high-velocity fastballs. On a 1-1 count, Diaz delivered an 89.6 mile-per-hour slider. Merrill connected, sending a towering fly ball to right field with an exit velocity of 104 miles per hour and a launch angle of 28 degrees. This clutch performance not only energized the team, but also solidified Merrill's reputation as a dependable hitter in high-stakes situations. Any Padres fans who doubted him earlier in the season became believers after this game. Even though Merrill didn't go home with the NL Rookie of the Year award, he did win the Silver Slugger Award, a worthy recognition as one of the premier offenses in the NL. 24 home runs and a .500 slugging percentage are elite-level numbers, and come on, he more than earned it. But you know what's intriguing about this win? He's just the 5th rookie outfielder to win the award in National League history. The most intriguing thing about Jackson Merrill is his mentality. He isn't resting on his laurels after a stellar rookie campaign. Determined to elevate his game, he dedicated the offseason to targeted improvements aimed at addressing specific areas for growth. Understanding the importance of adaptability at the plate, Merrill honed in on enhancing his ability to handle inside pitches. He incorporated a regimen emphasizing mobility and flexibility, integrating stretching routines, Pilates, and yoga into his daily workouts. Reflecting on this approach, Merrill stated, "Just getting my body more loose. It allows me to be more able to hit more inside pitches and get to more baseballs in the outfield." Talk about a man on a mission. Merrill also touched on improving his plate discipline. After recording a 4.9% walk rate in 2024, he recognized the need for greater patience. But Merrill sees that 4.9% walk rate, just 29 walks over 593 plate appearances last year, and he wants that number higher. And honestly, that's how you become a renowned world-class talent. These are the things that need to be done to become the face of MLB for years to come. Just one match into the new season, and the refinements to his game are clear as day. He didn't just show up in the game versus the Braves. He was instrumental in almost every good thing the Padres did. If his performances in the first few games tell us anything, it's that Merrill is ready to be a linchpin in the Padres lineup. His enhanced plate discipline and adaptability at the plate not only bolster his individual stats, but also amplify the team's offensive dynamics. As Merrill continues to evolve, his trajectory points toward a leadership role with the potential to guide San Diego deep into postseason contention. With a blend of youthful energy and a mature approach to the game, Jackson Merrill stands poised to make 2025 a defining chapter in his burgeoning career. But here's the scary truth. Even though Jackson just had one of the best rookie seasons in recent MLB history, he's still not getting the hype his talent deserves. A lot of people are tuned into him now more than ever, but still not as much as others in his age bracket. Just think about it. He led all rookies in batting average, RBIs, slugging, OPS, and total bases. He won a Silver Slugger, even taking home Rookie of the Month not once, but twice. He racked up a 5.3 WAR and became the first rookie in Padres history to make an All-Star appearance. And he did it all while playing elite defense and transitioning to center field, a position he hadn't played professionally before 2024. He did all of these great things, but he still seems to be behind the likes of Paul Skeens and Corbin Carroll in mainstream hype conversations. Not that he really cares anyway. The boy just wants to play and keep getting better, which is the most important thing. The truth is, Merrill isn't just one of the best young players in the game. He might be the best young hitter nobody is watching closely enough. But if his hot start in 2025 is any sign of what's coming, that silence isn't going to last much longer. So, if you haven't been watching Jackson Merrill closely, now's the time. Alright, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Merrill's on track to become one of the game's elite? What's your favorite moment from his rookie year? And how far do you think he can take the Padres in 2025? All I know is one thing's for sure. Jackson Merrill isn't just the future, he's the now.